You don't have to be a cartoonist to have animation be a big part of your life. Animation is everywhere, in our homes, schools, work, and everywhere there's a screen. And chances are you've witnessed many accomplishments in animation history without even knowing it. Does Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs ring a bell? What about Toy Story or the Flintstones? These works marked important milestones in animation, an art form that continuously challenges its creators to push technology so that artists can bring to life whatever their minds can imagine. But before we jump into the thick of it, let's start with the basics. First of all, what is animation? Well, animation is a collection of static images that, when joined together and shown consecutively, give the illusion of motion. Animation can be traced back as far as the Paleolithic era, where we humans attempted to capture the phenomenon of motion on the walls of caves. Animals were often depicted with multiple legs in superimposed positions. It is thought that these superimposed figures were then brought to life with the flickering light of flames or of a fire of a passing torch. Illuminating different parts of the painted rock would then reveal different parts of the motion. Fast forward a few thousand years to 3000 BC in Shar-e-Sokheh, Iran, where ibises are depicted in 5 sequential images leaping around in a Persian desert painted on a Persian bull. Going forward another 1,000 years shows us ancient Egyptian murals found in tombs featuring a long series of images depicting a wrestling match. The introduction of the phonendoscope in 1833 marks the start of true animation, 50 years before the dawn of film itself. Even though it could only show a very limited number of frames, it was still truly a remarkable sight. In 1834, William George Horner invented the zoetrope, a rotating cylinder lined with a band of interchangeable pictures. And by 1876, Émile Reynaud had brought this technology to the theater for all to see, using an advanced version of the zoetrope known as the praxinoscope for an easier cinematic viewing experience. 1906 brought about the first film-based animation in J. Stuart Blackton's Humorous Phases of Funny Faces, which used stop-motion photography and a blackboard to create action. In 1928, Steamboat Willie, featuring Mickey Mouse, became the first cartoon with sound printed on the film, and was a first notable success for Walt Disney Studios. During what many considered to be the golden age of animation, theatrical cartoons became an integral part of popular culture. These years are defined by the rise of Walt Disney, Warner Brothers, MGM, and Fleischer. In 1937, Walt Disney released Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, the first animated feature to use hand-drawn animation, taking the industry by storm and surprising everyone with its success. Animation continued to change and adapt, spreading to television as TV became the entertainment medium of choice for many families. Studios created many cartoons for TV, using a limited animation style. By the mid-80s, with help from cable channels such as the Disney Channel and Nickelodeon, shows like The Flintstones, The Yogi Bear Show, and Pink Panther kicked off primetime television with a bang. CGI, or computer-generated imagery, revolutionized animation. A principal difference of CGI animation compared to traditional animation is that the drawing is replaced by 3D modeling, almost like a virtual version of stop motion. The Adventures of Andre and Wally B brought about the first fully CGI animated film way back in 1984 and was created by the Graphics Group, the precursor to Pixar. And by 1995, Toy Story by Pixar was the first fully computer animated feature film. In the future, animation is only going to gain more and more popularity, and as people's standards increase, premium CGI shall become the industry standard, and having no animation in films will become unheard of and unrealistic. With the rise of standards also brings a gigantic increase in the amount of data generated during the creation, distribution, and reception of animated films. Films will move from HD to Ultra HD, from 24 frames to 48 frames. And as these numbers continue to increase, studios will depend more and more heavily on faster processors and cloud computing. The future is looking like a bright and exciting place in the world of animation, and the possibilities are endless. Because as Walt Disney famously said, if you can dream it, you can do it. In conclusion, animation is a platform with an elaborate past and an exciting future. We can also all expect to see more and more animation in our everyday lives. And with all these new advances in the industry, we can also expect animation to only get better from here. Considering all of these opportunities in this rapidly expanding industry, maybe a career in animation is right for you. Hi, so what's your name?
I'm Rahul.
Oh, hi Rahul. Do you know what animation is?
Yes, I do.
Can you explain to me what animation is,
The
Rahul?
cartoons that I like.
It's like making something that's interesting for people to watch.
Animation is used for making animation.
Animation is creativity through fictional pictures.
Do you watch any animated cartoons or shows?
I used to watch Dragon Ball Z, but it got boring, so I just stopped watching.
Oh, what's your favorite animated show or movie?
I don't really have a favorite one, but I would have to say my favorite to watch would be anime like Cowboy Bebop, Dragon Ball, Naruto, of course, and yeah.
My favorite animated movie would be Finding.
Do you know what CGI is?
No, I don't.
Wait. Do you know what CGI is?
Yes, I do.
Do you know what it stands for?
I don't know what it stands for, but I know some movies that use CGI.
What do you think about animation?
I think they're cool. I tried it once. It's pretty hard.
I think animation is really important, and without animation, we would probably have like nothing to watch on TV, and it just wouldn't be the same. Entertainment wouldn't be the same without animation.
Thank you.